Star Wars Force Arena players, welcome to a brand new Force Arena developer update. Wow, we've got some news, big changes coming to our beloved game over the coming week. I think the patch will drop probably either next week or the week after, depending on how the development goes, but Community Manager Simon has given us a sneak peek into what we can expect in the new update. But let's first start with missions. We are having one additional mission added during the Rogue One special event for Star Wars Story to celebrate the release of it on Blu-ray and DVD, which is around about the 4th of April globally. So what you get is now the extension of the special missions, and where last time you unlocked and did like certain missions, you unlocked cards, you unlocked credits, you got rewarded, etc. And that theme will be continued, and as you can see on the screen now, you've got a lot of stuff going on. So pause the video if you want to read through the card and get the exact details, but in there you're going to get lots of credits. You're going to get Blazeman, Wookiee Warriors, common cards, silver pack, up to 40 crystals if you complete a couple of missions in 2v2, silver pack, gold pack, and then at the end of it you get to do one Rogue One legendary card selector, which I imagine would be obviously one of the main characters from Rogue One. So you've got Jyn Erso, Baze, Orson Krennic, those kind of characters you'll be looking at, not their uniques but just the main legendary characters, which is pretty decent. Again, some nice free stuff in there, a few credits and some lovely packs to open. So moving on to some of the changes that are coming to 1.5 on the screen now. Again, please pause the video and I will gloss over the squad changes to the point system, because I want to focus more on the changing to the ranked games and how that's going to work, because that, I think, for a lot of players is going to be a huge thing. So how you accumulate points and how you're rewarded points is going to change. You'll now be split into your factions, so you've got your Empire, you've got your Rebels, and depending whoever your strongest deck is and your strongest leaders are, everything will be focused around that and how you are awarded your points. So again, please pause the video to have a read through the notes. I will link it below directly to the patch notes too, so you can read it at your own leisurely time. But there are some big changes coming to how you are awarded your points, and that will also have an impact on your season rewards as well. So the only way you can get season rewards now is if you participate in ranked matches. Ranked games is something that is going to be new, and ranked games will only be 1 versus 1. That's it. So 2v2 games is changing to just what they call normal modes. So that'll be like almost like a friendly type mode. So when you play 2 versus 2, it will not impact your ratings. So if you lose a match, it makes no difference. However, if you play 2v2, the wins from that will not be awarded to your ratings for the ranked. So the ranked will be something completely new for players, and really is something for everyone. So you need to play 5 games, 5 ranked matches to register, and we get to see the details of what you're going to win and what the rewards are going to be and how all that's going to change. But that will come probably in some more information as we get it throughout the week. But you must play at least 5 ranked games as Rebel Alliance or as the Empire to get a pack for each side. So if you play 5 Rebels and 5 Empire, that's 5 matches each side. You get 1 pack for Rebels and 1 pack for the Empire. That's how I'm seeing this, which is good. We like free stuff. So I mentioned earlier on that how you play your games is going to change, and this is where a huge change comes into the game. So gone are your standard 1v1 games and 2v2 games, where everything points wise contributes to your rating. So with the new rating point system, only your 1 versus 1 ranked games are going to count. There will be no more standard 1v1. That is being replaced with the ranked matches. So this is where you will gain or lose your points depending on your rating and depends on obviously your results. And the idea is based on now that you won't play players who are too much high level than you, depending on your rating system, and your cards will play part of that too. 2v2 is being kept the same. So, but what the difference is now is that when you lose a 2v2 game, it will not impact your rating points. So if you lose, you lose. That's it. You know, you just need to play better or do another game. But the good news is it won't impact your ratings. And the reason for the change is simple. Lots of you out there do random 2v2. I do random 2v2 and I'm in a guild and I do both. And there's nothing more frustrating than playing a random game of 2v2 and you haven't got players who participate. They'll either sit in a corner or they won't listen or they won't support you or whatever the reason might well be. There are reasons why players are deliberately throwing games perhaps, whatever that might be. And there is no real reason to do that, but they do it. However, the problem is Netmarble has is that you can't counter for that. You can't have report functions, you can't ban people, you can't kick people from games because it's pointless. Matches last under 3 minutes, so it's pointless. So the way they can get around it is by making 2v2 non-competitive, and I think that's a great idea really for players who just want to get in there, have a bit of 2v2 fun, earn some like credits, get some packs maybe, all those kind of things. But it will not impact your rating. So if you do some serious competitive play, you do 1 versus 1. Hopefully they'll introduce a 2v2 game mode later on. We'll see about that. Hopefully they're adding stuff to the game all the time, so it's possible and likely that there will be some sort of guild 2v2 or some kind of competitive 2v2 play coming later down the line. Welcome change, and I think it'll help support and improve playing base as it is right now. Rewards are being changed slightly too. So what will happen is now how you're given the packs and all those kind of things is going to stay exactly the same. However, when you open the pack will be based on your highest level faction. So for example, if you play a game and you use your Rebel, which is only for example tier 3, and your Empire's tier 6, all the cars in that pack will become tier 6. It's always going to be defaulting to your highest faction, which is good. So that will encourage you as well to play your lowest faction, which might be the Rebels or it might be the Empire, because everyone's got a favourite faction that they use, mostly Empire for a lot of players, which is just the way it is in Star Wars games. But it will not impact the rewards that you get, so it won't put you off, which is a good change, to be fair. And again, the victory packs and credit packs rewards will be based on your faction's tier again, just like before. So if you win a game, it will be based on your highest tier at the time you win that reward. And obviously if you play against a higher opponent, level tiered opponent, that pack will become your pack. So if you're tier 6 and you beat a tier 7, you'll get a tier 7 pack, just as it is currently. They're also changing the matchmaking as well to try and make things a bit more easier and better and not so many discrepancies. And again, on the screen, please pause the video, and what will happen is your play experience points will become a new thing in the game, and this will be determined by how many times you play the game, and it doesn't matter what faction you are, it won't make an impact. It's determine your experience and understanding of how you play the game. So if you win with the Rebel Alliance, for example, you win a small amount of play experience points, and it'll be added to your ELO matchmaking points. So it'll give you a better chance of you playing against somebody who's a bit more skillful and a bit more understanding of how the game works, rather than playing somebody who's completely new to the game and hasn't got a clue what they are doing. But obviously, as your ELO increases, the chances of you fighting against somebody who's difficult, more challenging than you, will increase too. And if you beat somebody who's a higher rating than you, your points will increase greatly. However, they are going to make a change to the points drop. So if you play against a high level player and they beat you because they're high level, the amount of points you lose is going to be reduced significantly, which is going to be welcome as well. Finally, we are moving on to one of the biggest requested features. Replays are coming to the game in 1.5. So where your highlights section is, I imagine that where your battle log is, you'll see the game, loss, win, defeat, whatever it was, and then there'll be a link to see highlights of that game that you can replay back. And then also you can share it as well within your guild through the battle log menu. So you can say, hey, look at this win, look what I just did, which is great. So it brings a bit more involvement in the guild, and then you can see how your other guildmates are doing, what they're doing differently, what their decks are, how they're playing, and so you can get a better understanding of how things are going for you, which is really good and a welcome thing that everyone's asked for. And to be honest with you, the game came out in January, we're now April nearly, and replays are finally here, which is pretty decent. And obviously now top players can post their games much easier as well. There are more changes coming. This isn't even it, there's more. So once those changes are in, I'll let you know, and I will post about that too. But apart from that, that is it for this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I will see you in the next Star Wars Force Arena video. May the Force be with you.